Okay, so we're getting into this. All right, you ready to get started? All right, guys, welcome. Smoke Rings and Dad Things. Episode 2, I am your host, David. It's a special occasion. I am recording this before I even do the first episode. My buddy James is my guest today. He appreciates it. He hit me up last week after I talked about wanting to start a podcast. And so he hit me up, wanted to come here, and I've never been to the wharf. Where the wharf, I guess this is what, Fairborn? This is
Beaver Creek.
Beaver Creek, way off. I live like 45 minutes from this place. Super wonderful, nice place. I've never been here. I shouldn't be allowed to come here because I would spend a lot of money. So I've already explained in episode 1, what the podcast is about, what I'm going to do. So James hit me up. He wanted to be a guest. I wanted to have somebody on here. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Basic dad stuff, cigar stuff, what you like about being a dad, what struggles you've had. So you want to answer the questions, perfect. If not, believe me, I completely understand. So that's what we get into, man. I already know. When you let them know, I'll tell them first. So I met James through his wife Suzanne. We used to work together, and then kind of become good friends. And so I think the first time we really bonded was over a cigar at Dane's house.
Yes.
Christmas or Halloween, I can't remember. So bonded there. So my thing is cigars is like flowers for me, for men. So men don't get flowers, unless they're dead. So cigars for me is a conversation starter for anybody. Whether you like them, you don't like them. Most people just like the smell of them. They don't really care. They just smell them. So I'll go into that another time. But yeah, go ahead and tell me about yourself and what you like and what you do. And
Okay, well, my name's James, obviously. What I like to do, I like to ride my motorcycle a whole lot. I like to hang out with the wife. She's like my co-pilot on the motorcycle on that thing. I'm just very driven at the time right now, so I don't have a lot going on other than what I've got going on with my life per se, as in my new business that I'm trying to do. And
now, you still doing the electrical stuff too on the side, like the air conditioner stuff, or not?
Yes, absolutely. That's kind of all together. So it's going to be like just a multitude of different things. Not just when I say construction services. I mean HVAC, plumbing, concrete work. Actual building, framing of that nature.
Okay, shoot, yeah. Can be bad. You've been a dad for a while. How many years you been a dad?
My oldest daughter is 20 years old.
You've got 4?
I have 3 girls.
3, okay. So yeah, I've got 3 girls and a boy, 18, 15, 12, and Bub will be 10 next month. So there's variety. Well, there's not really variety because Bub's iffy sometimes. It depends. He's got his days. If it's just me most of the time, he'll want to fight and wrestle, and then Hayden's got spastic hemiplegia, cerebral palsy, so she's got one good arm and she just beats the shit out of him all the time. I'm like, dude, she's got one good arm. You outweigh her by like 40 pounds. Just grab her good arm. There's nothing that she can do about it. And I remember one morning, it's like 7 in the morning, and I hear, shh. You're crying, stupid, you're going to wake up Dad. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, And so that's the fun things about being a dad. So what is your favorite thing about being a dad? I know there's a lot of things, but obviously, we're not, in my house at least, they'll walk by me and go to Mom and say, hey, can you do this? They're like, obviously nurturing is what Mom's for. Dad's basically there for
money.
Cavalry and money. Yeah. So,
my favorite thing as being a dad, honestly, man, becoming a dad saved me from a lot of things. But my favorite part about being a dad is really just being with them, watching them grow up and become who they are. Now that they're older, I mean, so my oldest is 20, my middle is 17, she's about to be 18, and then my youngest is 15, she's about to be 16. So watching them go from this little snot-nosed diaper-wearing kid to these mature young adults going into the world, it was just a hell of an experience to see that happen. And it's just a reminder of what it is now with my granddaughter. So,
do you have two granddaughters?
Grandson and a granddaughter.
Yeah. So daughters is different, and I'll tell you, a boy is way different. I remember when Bentley found his appendage. He would beat the hell out of that thing, dude. Like he would sit and squeeze it like I'm down, like it was a squishmallow to him.
Oh god!
And he would just absolutely just beat that thing to death, man. And I'm like, and he would walk around and hold it all the time. And I was like, buddy, I promise you, nobody's gonna steal it from you. Nobody's gonna take that thing from you. I assure you, you can let it go. So yeah, we're in the bro stage now. So me and him have a football game. We're going to watch the Raiders and the Colts next month. That's his birthday present. So
that's gonna be cool.
Hopefully the weather's nice, so we can go early. I'm gonna let him see the tailgating and all that, and then go in and watch the game. And hopefully he'll want to pick it up. But I'm a Raiders fan. He likes the Packers. I don't know why. I think it's just because they're green. That's like his color, so that's the only thing I can think of.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what he likes. So yeah, what has been one of the biggest struggles for you as being a dad? And I think most dads would probably relate, sort of. I get dad guilt a lot, so like if I want to buy myself something, I get dad guilt as well. You know, they might want this. So when I wanted to buy my PC for the longest time, I'd get ready and I'd go and I'd look at it and try to build it, and I'm like, and so finally, I just pulled the trigger on it. You know, I spent I think like $1,600 on it. So it's been a good investment because Bub will play on it sometimes when I'm home or whatnot. And he likes to stream video games, so I let him stream on, or I'll let him record YouTube videos. He thinks we're posting them, but he's just recording for himself. And so he posted a few clips of him on. He was playing this scary game that scared the absolute shit out of him.
Yeah.
Scared but yeah. What's one of the things you overcame about being a dad?
Considering what I've overcame as a dad. Let's see. So overcoming as a dad, especially with girls, man.
Yeah, girls is rough.
To understand and relate that girls over-exaggerate on everything. That was a new thing for me, like to learn that and understand that, because here I am as a guy, as guys we think logically, you know.
Yeah, we know.
We just think logically, and as females they just tend to make a molehill into a mountain. So it took me some time to kind of, especially being a guy and then becoming a girl dad. It's like you have to kind of get used to that realm of things of just girl stuff everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, I know. I think for me, it's just I hear the girls now. I know Hayden's getting to that. She's in middle school, and so she's worried about people liking her. And Kay used to make stop animation videos.
Okay.
When she was younger, she would get on TikTok and make these stop. We would go to the beach, and she had this whole thing played out, dude. Like she had this gender reveal party on the beach, and like I'm in the background on one of them, like jerking around, and she would get like 250,000 views, 500,000 views on these videos. She was killing it, dude, killing it.
Really?
And she got older, and she was worried about her friends finding out that she still did this.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, dude, fuck your fans. Like, do you realize like how much money you could make on YouTube making these videos? Like, she would get shoe boxes and make scenes and like have all this crazy elaborate shit. I mean, it was like a whole thing. She'd be doing it for hours, you know. And so she quit doing that, and she was really good at it. And so, I think Dad gets probably the biggest thing. It's hard to do that. And so I got older, and I'm like, I just let him live. I don't baby him. I don't, I don't remember the last time they even got spanked. Now I just give them a look. I think the last time, my favorite time I ever punished one of the kids was Hayden Benton. They did something. I was like, you need to go out and get your switch, get your own switch. Because I've had to do that when I was younger. And I've got 2 big ass trees in my backyard. There's plenty of trees. They walked around for probably an hour, just like they were on death row, dude, just walking, man. They came back with this little like 4-inch stick, and I was like, no. Dude, these trees are 3-4 stories tall. Like, there's plenty out there.
Oh my God.
They walked around for 2 hours total looking for this switch, and they finally come back. It was probably like that long, and I was like, "Are you done?" They're like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Let's go on." So now if the kids are screaming, and I give them enough time to get what they want out, and then when they're fighting with Mom, I give them time, and then I'm like, "Fine, I'm gonna fuck it." Like, if I can hear you over my headset and I'm playing games, you need to shut the fuck up. Like, hug or go run a lap around the block. And they usually just hug. They don't ever run. So they just hug and they go back to their merry way. And everybody's good, So, what are you've already smoked a cigar before I got here. So I talked you into buying a pipe.
Yeah.
Luckily, you had the old Irish dude that's sitting over here showed you how to pack it, and it's preference how you pack it. It's not really, there's a right and wrong way, but you're starting out, so you'll learn how you like it. It's pretty much how the draw is. But your first pipe was the corn cob, which you can't go wrong because you don't know if you're going to like it. I like pipes in the wintertime where I don't have to sit outside. Now, at my computer desk, I'm at the back door. So I usually can just crack it and smoke a cigar anyways. Now every Christmas I do what's called a no matter cigar. And that is no matter the weather. To an extent, I'll sit out there and smoke it. So one year it was like kind of drizzling, so I was like under my canopy on my front porch, and I was like, so I smoked it. And then I think the year after, it was like 10 degrees outside. So I'm like puffing, because it just would not stay lit. So I probably got like a half-quarter inch in that cigar, and I was like, dude, it's stale. I can't. I've lit it like 10, 15 times, and I just couldn't. Not good, dude. So I lit it, and then I blew it out to get some of the stale smoke, or I cut it and then redid it and just finished smoking inside that. I didn't want to waste it, but kind of glad I talked you into trying that because it's not as harsh, and there's a lot more flavors. So
yeah, that was the white English.
So you bought the white English. Now, what cigar did you smoke when I came in? Because I didn't know you were here. Because I was looking for your work truck or work van.
Oh no, I didn't get home.
So yeah,
so I had the David off.
The one that I have.
Yeah.
This one. It's funny that we got the same one because you were in here sitting. Was it the Special R one?
Mm-hmm.
Really? That's crazy. That I didn't even know.
Really?
I had no idea. I spent like 10 minutes in there looking for this. I never had a David off, but since it was a special occasion, I thought I'll spend the $28. I normally don't spend $28 on a cigar. I'm more of like 9 to 12ish, 13, depending on it's occasions. Like the last time me and you hung out is when I got the promotion for office manager.
Right.
I spent like $350 that day, but I bought, you know.
I remember that.
Yeah, so you left, and I was like, I don't want nobody to judge me, so I'm gonna wait till you leave, and I'm gonna go drop them about $300 in your stuff. Yeah, we had a fun time. So, we're smoking the Davidoff Series R. I like Davidoff. One of my biggest things, I got to talk Christian into wanting to get on a plane to go to London. So the big thing is the flying over the water part first. That's the big thing. It's like a 12-hour flight, I think, something like that. And then trying to find a pizza place for her because she doesn't eat normal food. So that's on.
I would assume that you should be able to find a pizza place.
Well, yeah. So.
I mean, Papa John's is everywhere, man.
Well, I'll eat anything, obviously.
Nice talking to you.
You too, man. Thanks for showing my buddy here how to light the pipe and stuff. Appreciate it, man.
Take it easy.
Hope to see you again.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I will be here. I'll drive the 35 minutes. So from work, it's 25.
You're coming from Vandalia, right?
Yeah. So it'll probably be 40 minutes, but by the time I go from my house to the Stogie and Huber, it's like 20, 25 anyway, so like an extra 10 minutes. And their selection, probably better, bigger and better. So
I actually stumbled upon this place, man, and so I had always wanted to get into cigars and stuff of that nature. Never really had the opportunity, nor did I have the passion behind it, to be straight about it. But in my job, I just so happened to go to this Sam's Club next door, and I seen it. I was like, "Is that a cigar shop?"
So when I worked at the Blood Center, we did blood. I've seen this, but I didn't know what it was. I've heard people talk about, like the other guys there at the center will talk about, you need to go to this place and center, go to this place and that. And there's one down by La Fiesta. Is it Ray's? Is it called Ray's? It's not really a cigar lounge, but they do have cigars there.
Okay.
I've been to the Leaf in Troy,
Okay.
but their humidor is like a closet. It's barely there's some nice stuff in there, but it's not like. And you can
Not a
only
large selection.
you can only go smoke outside. I think is what somebody told me.
Okay.
Now one of my drug reps from work, he was here earlier today. He came here before he went golfing.
Okay.
So yeah. You got any questions for me?
I was going to ask you. First off, I want to give you for doing this.
Appreciate it.
Podcast. This is an amazing thing. I mean, you're driving towards it. What possessed you to actually jump in and decide to just squeeze the trigger and do it?
I was at the gym last week. And, it's a pretty rough week. And scrolling through, like I do on TikTok. That's where I got my SpongeBob shoes. I was just doing scrolling. And a guy there, and I'd always wanted to do one. It was about working out too. I wanted to do one about working out.
I will be up there.
And that was years ago. And I was like, and so I was sitting there and I was like, let's just look at it. Let's look. So I was like, try to come up with funny names. So I had like, it was like Kids Chaos and Cubans was one of them. I was going to do a good play on words was like Daggone It. That was one. Sleepless in Milton because I live in West Milton. Some fun stuff. And I got on a name generator. And I was like, all right, let's do cigars and stuff. One of the ones I really thought about doing was called Asshole Dads. That was like top three of one to do one, and then it popped up Smoke Rings and Dad Things. And I was like, fuck, I like that.
Dude, it's kind of ring.
It is. And so I got on there and I was like, what kind of cool logo can I make? Got online, typed it in, and it brought up the logo that I got now. And you'll see it on the channel. And I paid, I think, like $2 or $3 for it. Nothing major. It wasn't crazy. And I was like, oh, fuck, I like this. I put in like the 5 colors I wanted. It was literally like the second logo. And I got like 4 logos on there. And so I paid for like 7 days. I think it was like 7 days for $3. And to make everything that I wanted. So I spent literally more time in between sets, I'd do a set of 10 on Ben's, and then I would start going, and I was like, oh, I like this, and then I posted on Facebook, and I was like, oh, what do you guys think? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. It can't be that bad. Can't be. I've got my attention span's pretty good. I can do it. And the hardest part is what to talk about, what I want to talk about, who I can be on. So by the name, smokeries and that things. So basically, it was about cigars. Now I'm no cigar aficionado, no expert. Like, I know what I like. I save the bands. I used to have a Crown Peach bag on my computer desk with all the bands that I liked. And then I was cleaning my desk one day, and somehow just out of sight, out of mind, and went out back over the summer, and my dog had took it outside. He didn't chew it up. It was just been outside for like a couple of weeks. And I was like, I can't. Yeah, and I was like, well, that's all right. I know what I like now, and so, and so pretty much I just, like I said, cigars is my flowers. A story of that is last Father's Day, Kristen took me up golfing for Father's Day. It was me, her, my mom, and my grandfather. So, like how me and you met at Dane's house, I have my leather case. I bring my cigar case. I don't know who's there. I don't know who smokes cigar. But I just packed it full. And I know some guys will give like cheaper cigars. They'll do like throwaways or something that they don't like. I'm not going to do that. Because I don't want to be like, oh, David gives out shitty cigars. No, I will pack 7 or 6. I don't even know what it was. I think it's 6. Right. And I'll pack it full. Lighters, my cutters, whatever. Volvita pack in there.
Guess who?
And just let everybody pick one. Like if there's one I want to try, I'm like, hey, just have these other 5. And so there was another dad in front of us. It was his daughter, I think son-in-law and his wife. I had seen he had a cigar in there. There's a couple of them. He had a Maker's Mark cigar. They're stout. And I was like, hey, you cigars smoke? He was like, yeah, they bought me this for Father's Day. And I was like, would you want one? He was like, no. I was like, no, seriously, like, this is what I do. And so he was like, oh, thanks. He tried to give me his Maker's Mark. And I was like, first of all, no, like, that's yours. That's a $25 cigar. I'm not going to take it from you. I don't even care what mine costs. You just, And he picked it out, and he was super thankful. And the look on his face, he was excited. And so another group of guys, older guys, come up, and he'd seen me smoking cigars, and he asked me what I had because it's a conversation starter. And I showed him, and I was like, he's like, yeah, I'm here with my dad, my uncle, and my mom. I was like, you guys want me? I'm like, really? And I was like, yeah. And so I took it to his dad. His dad was like 70 something, I think, 60, 70. And he was just super ecstatic that some 38-year-old kid just gave him a random cigar. And he loved it. And he cheered his day up. He got a random cigar, and I gave him all one. I think I brought 6. I left with like 1.
Okay.
So that's what I do. I like that because people don't expect it. So like when we go out, family events, I still do the same thing. Bring everybody a cigar. If you want one, that's awesome. If you don't, I don't care if you waste it. I don't care if you smoke it or you save it. So that's what I do. And so that's what I like.
It's an awesome thing, man.
So the party, yes, pretty much, I want dad things. Every dad has different things in sports, and I know you're not a big sports guy, so, obviously, you definitely work a lot harder than I do. So your thing is you do your stuff at home and you build shit. I go to jam and play video games and do whatever. So yeah, you work a lot harder than I do. So I will give you that. I don't. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I work harder than you. I mean, maybe my job is a little more of a physicality side of thing, but other than that, I say that, all of us guys, man, how can I say, right now guys are definitely struggling. It doesn't even mean to be physicality. It's a mental thing with a lot of guys nowadays. That's
go ahead. Yeah.
Whether we're how can I put it? It's just, you know,
We don't talk.
Yeah, well,
There's
that's
a stigma.
huge.
There's a
You're not-
stigma, you know, like. So, I may not talk to people all the time, so I watch you guys from afar. I watch everybody. I may not talk to you all the time, but I'm like, oh yeah, he's doing great. It's awesome. So, I'm the friend. You know, if you want to hang out, cool. If you're having a shitty day, hit me up. You know.
I appreciate that.
Because most guys, you know, they don't have anybody to talk to. So I've been there, done that, and it sucks. So cigars is a thing. So like, if somebody hit me up and say, "Hey man, like, I'm gonna grab a cigar," perfect. We can sit here, smoke it, and not say a word. You know, we can hang out, smoke a cigar, and go about it. Now, if you want to talk about whatever, sports, anything.
That's why I like this, man, is because, like I was saying, you know, there's so many guys out there, they don't have anybody to talk to, they don't have anybody to turn to, and they're basically struggling within themselves to find out which direction, who they are, what they are, where they're going, what it is. You know what I mean? This could be a dad with 4 kids, 5 kids, and has a full-time career, and is just fucking getting his ass handed to him, and he literally just does it with a smile. So
yeah, a lot of us we suffer in silence, you know, and nobody really knows that. It's always the smiley ones that are the worst off, because you're brightening everybody else's day up.
you try.
And you know, it's a shitty thing, but you know, like Patty the Batty said, he was like, you know, there's a huge stigma that guys can't talk about it. And so the funny thing is, it reminds me of a clip I see where these guys are all playing video games, and he was like, you know, if I ever came to you guys, you know, that, you know, with some really bad stuff, and he was like, they just gave him, just ripped into him, and just started laughing at him. But you can tell, like, if it was really bad, they would all just come in and hang out and talk. And so I think about that. But yeah, that's just dad things. And it's not always sad. It'll not always be sad. So the one thing I want to do about this podcast is I'm never going to stream it hardly at home. So
You're traveling.
So, like, spoiler alert, episode 1, this is 2.
However,
so-
we jumped over 1 to 2, this
so-
is pretty cool. I feel
Well, because
very,
you hit me up
special.
before. You hit me up before I even got to even do anything. And so, what's that? I'm going to cut some trees down. It finally rained, so I can finally have a bonfire. So I'm going to, weather permitted, I'm going to cut some trees and have a little bonfire outside and record one.
Okay.
And then when me and Bub go to the game, I'm going to try to, if it's nice out, I'm going to walk around and see if I can get other dads that wants to talk, or soon to be dad, whatever. You don't even have to be a dad. You could be you could be anybody that wants to talk. Already looking into getting some stickers made.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need that for sure.
With see if I can get like a random quote on a couple of them, just different ones. So I've already looked into that. I think I can get like 100 for like $35 or something.
Okay.
So what you're diving into another one right off the rip, huh?
Oh, but
So that's the one you gave me. That was called the Taylor.
this is Colonel E.H. Taylor.
Okay. I'll probably do this one tomorrow. Put it in my humidor. So I have a 150 count humidor that my aunt got me for Christmas last year. It's really nice. It's kind of keeps them cold and stuff. I like it a lot. So how did you enjoy the pipe there? Did you like the pipe?
I did. The only thing is I think where I'm inexperienced with the pipe. It's going to take some time, but I did. I liked the light English. I liked the flavor of it. It was pretty good. I think I prefer the harder draw, and that's the way that's set up.
Looser.
Yeah, it's a little loose right now.
So he told you the fire camp method, right? That's what the old guy did. Yeah. you'll learn what you like. There's preferences, and so it's really just what you want. Like I told you, so I assume that's an aromatic one, but like if you get into the more like regular blends, you'll want just one for that one. So that way, because the more you smoke of the same one, it's going to do that like ghost flavor. Ghosting is what they call it. Again, I'm no aficionado. This is just, I watch Cigar Dailies on YouTube. They're pretty good. I watch another guy, I think his name's Kirby on YouTube. He goes and he's a watch guy, and he goes to the David off in London and talks to the father and son, and so he likes that. So I'm not an expert. I like this came in my case. It's a V cutter, and it's a torch slider. So that's outside. But, I lit it with a smash just because I've never had a David off. I wanted to do it the batch way. So I like pipe when I don't have a time. Obviously, depending on the cigar, the length and stuff, how much time you have.
Absolutely.
The one thing about pipe, I will tell you, if you are drawing it too hard and you feel that getting hot, that means you're just going too much.
Yes, it was getting very warm.
Yeah, so that means you're just
Way too much.
Yeah, if you pack it pretty good, and you'll learn it. It's the same. So yeah, I'll record. I'm gonna record the podcast. I'm gonna try to record it a lot of different places as much as I can. So I actually AI generated a lounge picture. So it's one of a kind. As far as I know, nobody else has it because they just made it. And then I did a neon sign. I just laid in bed the other night, like 12 o'clock in the morning.
It's like
I just AI generated neon sign. So I'm gonna try to put that up on there. And so I recorded one every now and then at the house. Obviously, when chaos is not about,
with kids,
but yeah, it's not gonna be no fancy editing. It's I'm literally recording on my phone with a $7-8 TikTok microphone. Hell, it might not even be recorded. We could have been talking for the last 20 minutes. Now it does work because I tested that at work before I left.
I got you.
So it should. But yeah, it's pretty excited. And I honestly, after you hit me up and congratulated me and was like, hell yeah, let's be on, I was like, okay. And thankfully, I've had posted on TikTok too. So I'm gonna do a few clips on TikTok, and I have a separate YouTube channel, and I'll just post clips here and there. And, had I known you could BYOB, I would have brought some of that moonshine to sip, but I didn't know. But now I know. So,
absolutely.
I am sucking at smoking. But yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it up, man. I'm gonna do every Sunday. I'm gonna post every Sunday as much as I can, and try to keep it up and do it. And I might record if I'm at a golf course or hitting golf balls, and just have fun with it. It's been so warm every Sunday I want to go, but I don't have anything to do. It's like, because when I go hit golf balls, it's nobody's with me. I pack a cooler, my cigars. I'll still bring 4 or 5 by myself, and I'll sit out there for hours. I know one time I sit out there and got too drunk.
So you had to sober up.
So I just sit there and I was like, hey, I'm gonna sit here for a minute. I'm okay. But I'm gonna sober up a little bit, because that's my space. So I also go to the gym. 3, I would say 4 to 6 times. It really depends on my mental state.
Yes.
Because I get to points in the gym to where I do really good for a while, and then I'm like, okay, let's get burnt out on it. And oddly enough, I enjoy it more when something's on my mind, or I'm looking. I don't do strength anymore. Obviously, destroyed my shoulder a couple of years ago, going for 450. Well, I was warming up at 385. And popped my left shoulder. That was like 4 or 5 years ago. That's when I was on the juice. I was juiced up. I was on testosterone. I was on D-ball. I was on tren. So I was living it up.
So I was going to ask you about that as well. Like, so, what is your thoughts, since it's a dad thing, what is your thoughts on this whole TRT thing?
I have a lot of my patients that are on, that have low testosterone. And the one thing I loved about testosterone when I was doing it is, when I first started, after like the third or fourth injection, it just felt really good.
Like mental state?
Yeah. I could sleep for like 4 hours and felt like I would sleep for like 2 weeks. I just felt really good. Because I have low normal, so like I think the normal range is like 2 something to like 9. So mine was like right under. So it was there, but it was like do something. Like that little stick figure is like no, do something, man. Yeah,
Do something.
so I started it. My first ever cycle was just I tried the pills and stuff, and I got really shitty side effects. No matter how well I stayed on track, I'd always have some kind of problem. And I would just get really cramped up. I remember I was doing a cycle of 3 things one time, the pills. This was the last time I ever done them. And I had really good chest workout. And me and her was in the shower, and I was washing myself, and I just locked up. And like I could not pull my arms apart. Like I was like literally locked up. It sucked. And I was like, okay, got some pickle juice. Pickle juice was really good about cramping up and stuff.
Vinegar?
Yeah. And I remember one time, Clarence, I don't have a filter at all. So that if you watching and you're like, okay, I really like this show, but there's a lot of stuff I don't like, message me. I can record it for you. I can do something for you if you like it. But it's raw. It's unedited. It's me. Cursing is language for me. It's just vocabulary to me. I don't use it. I've learned how to use certain words with certain comedians say you can't use this word before this word because it makes it look bad. Terribly. So we had just got in the shower and I fucking almost passed out. Like I was literally like, I was like, hang on a second, like I was like, all right. And I was like, okay. So I just quit cold turkey. Which is not what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I was like, I can't do it anymore. And so I just stopped and I was like, all right, I'm gonna take my time and not do it anymore. Because at that time I don't remember, I think I was late 20s, I think. So this was like 8, 9 years ago. So I was like, yeah, almost 29, 30. I was like, I don't want to do those anymore. So I took a year or 2 off. And I was like, all right, I think I want to do the big boy stuff. I think I'm ready for the big boy stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start on just the lowest dose of testosterone that you can do, which was like 500 milligrams a week. I was doing it at the time. I did this test E, ethanate, cypionate, and propionate. So ethanate is your long-lasting. I get the other 2 mixed up, but I was doing the one you were injecting yourself because it was fast acting, so I did it every other day. And so sticking yourself every other day, by like week 5 or 6, I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, because I would just give it to myself in the thigh or the butt and stuff, and it got to the point where I was like, all right, baby, you gotta do it. I'm cranking up trying to get this needle in my butt right now. So I did that. I loved it because I didn't really care about getting drunk. I just felt better.
That's
mentally. And so right now, like some of my patients that are on TRT, they're like on 0.5 milliliter a week or 2, depending on what their rate or what their levels are. So if they're super low, we'll give them once a week, and if they're like mid-level, because there's like a therapy one, it's like every other week. It depends, but it makes you just feel good all the way around. So if you need to answer, go ahead and do it.
Oh, excuse me. This is the Y.
Go ahead. Yeah, like if you. Now I did it the wrong way, because most people will go get levels checked and check. I did not. do that.
You just fucking sent it.
Yeah, I full sent, and I think my first cycle was like $200, and they gave me. You can order everything online if you needed to, and it would come overseas, so it would take like 6 to 8 weeks to get here. So then my next time, I would do 2-3 months, and then I would wait 2 or 3 months, 6 months. And the second time I did it, I was like, okay, let's step it up. So I did $750 a week. At that time, I was only doing. I was giving myself 1 shot of ethanate, the long lasting, and then 2 days later I would give myself the medium. I think that's propionate. I think cypionate is the fast acting, propionate is the mid one. I think, I don't know. It's been so long since I've done it, I don't remember. And that's when I was really getting stronger, and I was like, okay. So by the third time I was like, all right, we're pro at this. I have no side effects. So on the pills, it was instant rage. Like, I remember one time, this was in Kentucky when I first started it was instant rage. Playing basketball at the Y, I went to grab the ball and I stubbed my thumb. I fucking instant rage, grabbed the ball, kicked across the court. Instant pissed off.
Damn.
And it was instant firecracker mode. But with the steroids, like the injectables, it was like a slow race getting there.
So the testosterone is a steroid.
Yeah. No, yes and no. Again, I'm not a professional. I don't know all about it, but it's your naturally made. So you're just giving yourself. So you're just raising your levels up.
So while on it, not to interrupt, but while on it, like, you felt tremendously better.
I felt like that.
Sleep quality.
Yeah, felt great. I just mentally, I felt better. My
clarity.
Yeah.
Like, so I struggle sometimes with, I don't want to say attention span. It's just like my mind, I'll be focused on something and then all of a sudden it's like squirrel. You know what I mean? Squirrel. And they claim that my sleep pattern sucks. It's terrible. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of dudes that are right now that are doing it, and they're telling me, one of them told me that his levels are like 126.
That's pretty bad. I'm surprised he don't just break down at the drop of a hat.
Like he's trying to get it together, but I don't have anybody to ask, and I figured I would ask you if you knew about it. Considering you're in the medical field, you probably know a lot more
I've
about
always been open, you know. And I was telling one of my patients the other day, he was talking about my drug reps actually. He was talking about him and his son was working out. And, he's getting to that body. So the shitty thing about working out is once you start, and you start to see results, it's like crack. But what comes with that is body dysmorphia. Once you start, you will never be satisfied. And that is the downfall of working out. You will never be satisfied.
Have you been to that point?
I've always been like that.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't care about having, like one of the guys in my gym, super nice guy, he's fucking ripped, dude. He's probably like your height, but he's fucking stacked. And he don't do heavy weights. Like he
Low weight, long weight.
and he's just wrecked it out. And that's what I told him. I was like, you know, once he gets in there and he sees the results, you're gonna start. But then that body dysmorphia kicks in to where, okay, well this delt's a little bit bigger, or it could be bigger. So right now I struggle with trying to get my traps bigger. So
Do you work solo though when you go to the gym?
it depends. So the one thing I love about the gym is the biggest thing about the gym is it's fair. And what I mean by fair is you get what you put in.
Right.
So
There's no shortcuts.
right, and even if you're on steroids, you still got to put the work in.
Right.
You'll see results faster, but you still have to put the work in. And for me, that gym was my sanctuary. So I'm also a very social person, so if there's people there so at my gym, there's probably a handful of people that I know by name, but I know everybody. So I don't judge people at the gym. You know, I started from the bottom. I remember I started with, Kristen found my gym membership from the wife from 2001. That's when I started the gym. It was 2001. Wow. I found that card. She found it in an old wallet thing. She found it on my bed. So it's on my computer desk. And so what started it, I had hurt my foot playing basketball at the Y. And it was called a Jones fracture. So you don't have a lot of blood vessels, so it takes forever to heal. And my buddy Dustin, his dad worked out in the shed. I'm talking 8x8, enough for a bench, and that's pretty much it. They had a chameleon heater in there, and we would just bang that. And I mean, when I started, I couldn't even fucking. I think I was doing 45. I was barely doing 100 pounds on bench. And so I finally got strong. I liked it, and then that's when I saw results. And I was like, "Fuck, man!" That's when it kicked in.
Okay.
And so I enjoyed it. And then back then it was just fun because I liked getting stronger. And then when I got older, I realized that I can take out frustration, anger,
Sadness.
self-hate, all that stuff in the gym because it's fair. It's fair. It does not matter where you work at, what you do for a living, how much money you have. It's fair.
It's a level playing field, baby.
Yep. And so started from the bottom, worked myself up. I remember the first time I got 145, I thought I was a fucking Hulk. Whatever. Then I got to 2 plates. I started doing. What did I start taking? It was just powder. I can't remember what I was drinking. I don't know if they make it anymore or not. I can't remember what it was.
Pre-wear?
It was pre-workout, but it was something else. Like it was old. This was 20 years out. It was called. But so I built up and I started learning what I like, and so I do pre-workout. Now I don't really. I do it, but not as much, just because mainly I'm off it. By the time I get them, it's 5:30. If I take a full scoop of workout, I'm wired. Now, granted, I don't sleep very much. To me now, I'm 38, so more than 7 hours, I wake up and my fucking back's gone. I can't do it.
I'll do it.
So 5 hours for me, so I finally went to the doctor the first time. I'm do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally went and saw a doctor. I was like, I don't feel, nothing's right. Like I don't want to go to the gym. If I go, I'm there for 30 minutes and I don't like it. Now you can spend 30 minutes in the gym and have a really good workout. I don't plan my workouts mainly because the YMCA is hit or miss on being busy. So when I go in, I have a mindset of what I want to do that day. But then I have a backup plan. Because sometimes they have like little groups workouts, and so they're just bouncing around. But let's see, I just lost interest. I didn't Adderall today, so I'm just
You're good. Go.
But yeah, the gym for me is it's the camaraderie that you can get from people. Like I said, I only know a few handful of people, and I don't judge anybody. There's one little old man there. He's on a little bike, and his little feet is just barely moving. He's on that fucker for like 30 minutes.
They're doing more than most people do.
And I don't judge anybody. I don't. You're in there. It's your place. And then the high school kids come in, and it's a pissing contest. Instance, I was on all the flat benches were took when I got there. So I was doing lumbar curls, side raises, and overhead extensions, dumbbells and stuff for the arms that day. And some kid comes up who's like, "Are you using the bench?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I have it?" And I was like, "When I'm done." He's like, "But you're not benching." And I was like, "I know. I'll tell you when I'm done." And then his buddy came up. "Oh, are you done?" And I was like, "I'll tell you when I'm done." And so they all just stood there and watched me for like 20 minutes. And I was like, you're fucking lucky that my kid's got a baseball game. I would sit here till this fucking place closes.
Just to piss you
Yeah,
off.
just to do it. Yeah, you know.
Just to piss you off.
So I get done, I go over and I'm doing something else and I watch them. And it was one kid, no warm up, loaded up 225. This kid probably weighed $170. 225, right off the rip. I don't even in my day of doing steroids, I'd never start that.
It's a lot of weight.
Starting out, yeah, it's rough. You're not even warmed up. And then it was like a fucking circle jerk, dude. There was like 7 guys standing around this dude benching. And they did 1 rep on that. Yeah, 1 rep. And so I was like, no. And then another time, this kid comes over. And I'm watching, and me and the other guys watching this, and 3 or 4 of them are ego lifting, is what they call it. And they're struggling. And I'm just watching. And one of the guys at work said, he was like, "You gonna help him?" I was like, "No." No. Absolutely not gonna help him. Now if he's really trying, and you know, and I do correct people, you know, I'm like, hey, like, tuck your elbows in, like, because eventually when you get more heavier weights and your elbows are out, you're gonna jack your shoulder up.
Yeah, you are.
So I was like, tuck them in a little bit, you know, and basically pinch like you're holding a grape between your shoulder blades and push up, put your feet down. So I give young kids advice, you know, and they're looking at me like, dude, you're a fat piece of shit. And I'm like, yeah, I don't care about physique. I don't really care. Falling back to the guy shredded, we need to have a conversation. I don't care. I care about being the strongest person in this gym.
So you're a strength trainer.
Yeah. So at one point, I was probably one of the few people that in there that would do over 3 plates, 315.
I've done 315.
And then one of maybe not even a handful that do 4 plates. So I was there, had that moment, and then it all lost it when I hurt my shoulder. So I went from 305 weight down, I couldn't work out. So I just started doing cardio every day. I fucking hate cardio.
Oh.
I hate it. And I think I got down to like 259. And I froze to death. Fucking hated it. Loved the fact that I could fit into some clothes. I just fucking hated it. Hated freezing to death. So I got back up like 275, and I think in February, when I first saw you, when we first last hung out, I think I was like 297. And then I think now I'm like 270. So I'm maintaining it. I don't freeze it. So yeah, the gym for me is a wonderful place. And I really enjoy it.
I've got mine done at the house.
I know you've been working on. I've seen you, you know, and I was going to ask you about your progress on that, how it was coming along, and how you were doing.
Pretty much got everything. I've got my Smith machine. I've got cable machine, dip bar, pull-up bar. I've got small punching bag put in there. So I like the home gym thing. It's just because of my convenience, the way I work and the way my things go.
Yeah.
I can hit it right after work, or I can hit it before work. I try to go in the morning, but out there early before work.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, I've never been early, wake up early, and go to bed. I can't do it. Yeah, I would love to one, but I know after about 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, there's more stuff I can do. And so my thing is getting to the gym. Now, once I'm there, like I said, I have moments where I'll spend an hour and a half. There was points where I was like 2 or 3 hours in there. Some of it's working my mouth, and most of it's working out, you know. But
See, I wish I could be more sociable than that. I'm not a very sociable individual. It's hard for me to make friends with. You know.
and especially at our age, I mean, you're what? You're over 40 now.
I just turned 39.
Really?
Swear to God. It's this. This is what makes me.
I thought you were, because Susan just turned 40, right?
She's older than me.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm 38. So
You
yeah.
just turned
Okay,
38.
yeah, okay, yeah. I thought, I knew you guys were like 2 or 3 years older, but yeah, no. It is hard. And so, if people here say, oh, you play video games? First of all, who the fuck thinks you make money? Like, I get online, these kids are like, oh, you do a fucking Fort. Yeah, fuck you, who cares? You think some 12-year-old little dickless kid makes these games? No, absolutely not. But I still play with guys that I went to middle school and grade school with.
That's amazing.
So they all live in Kentucky, so we're 5 hours away. And so
Xbox?
so I have friends that play on PC and I have a few people that play on Xbox. So we play like basketball and a couple shooting games and stuff. And so people are like, I see people now like, oh, all these shooting games or what's going on. Fuck no. Play your friend at Madden. Play your friend at football games.
You'll be fighting on that.
Yeah, I just quit our college football league because the bullshit that I get put through. And it's not even them. It's just, you just get dicked down for bullshit reasons. Like the reason I quit, I threw 7 interceptions, right? But 4 of those were pass interference, like blatant. And you can hear my buddy laughing because he knows it's horseshit. I mean, my guy's crossing in the middle of the field and his guy just hits him and then his guy picks it off. 3 or 4 times of that. I was like, dude, I can't do it. Like, it's because I'll play the other 2 guys that was in it, and we have good games, like 3-point games, 7-point games. Every time I play him, I get lost by like 3 or 4 touchdowns because it's some bullshit. So mine, like, I can't do it. Really, I play those. I'm not a big play by myself person. I'll play with them guys and stuff, and so. And then, that's my thing. You do your outside work, and that's what I do. But besides the gym, you see me now. I literally got off work at 5 o'clock. I met you up here. If you see me, I'm in scrubs or I'm in sweatpants and a cut off. That's literally all I'm in. I don't. If I'm in jeans, it's a special occasion or we're going somewhere nice. I think the last time you saw me in jeans was last Halloween when we all went out to the haunted thing.
Yes.
Hey, was I in jeans then? I don't even think I was I? I don't remember.
Must not own very many jeans.
No, I do. I just don't like them. I just don't like wearing them.
So, growing up, I was the complete opposite. I hated sweatpants. Wouldn't wear them. Wouldn't wear shorts. It's just because of the mentality I had as a child, I guess, for whatever reason.
Oh, no. Kristen gives me shit about it because she thinks I'm the golden child from my grandmother now and my aunt now. Growing up, because they're like, oh, you had the Crombie and the Hollister. First of all, no. I had the shorts because they're nice, thick cargo shorts.
Exactly.
And the jeans I wore because they were thick and I still had them from high school.
Damn.
Because they lasted. So my freshman, and I started new high school, so obviously my freshman, and I wore that stuff. By the time my junior year rolled around, I was ball shorts, flip flops, and cutoffs every day. Like in high school, they were like, "Yeah, you're gonna make your own cutoff brand." Because I made mine. I would literally put it on. I'm like, all right, I want this length on this, and I would mark it with a marker, and I would fold it, and I would cut it.
Oh shit.
And I do that with everything. Still now, 20 years later, I still make my cutoffs. Very rarely will I buy one and like the thickness of the strap on my shoulder.
I got you. Okay.
So yeah, I think now I have. My friend Brittany got me hooked on Live Large, which was a brand in Ohio, but now I think they just do pizzas. I have a few of their shirts. I have an Ohio State shirt. I've got a few nice little sayings on. I think one's like "Don't let the hard days win" or something like that. I think that's what it says. But yeah, I'm in SpongeBob shoes. Hey dudes, man, because I'm fat and lazy and I don't want to tie my shoes. So I'm not a shoe guy. Thank God. These were $35. They were $75 and they were on sale for $35. And I was like, most of my clothes have yellow in them. So I was like, yeah, I don't have, I've stole a pair of my grandfather's white New Balance shoes that I mow grass in sometimes. And so nice shoes that I did buy, they're just yard work shoes now. But I don't.
So you're not a materialistic individual?
No, I don't. Like,
I hate that shit.
these scrubs that I have on when I worked in the hospital in Kentucky like 15 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
See, I grew up the same way, man. Like, dirt floor flooring. Like, my dad and mom split when I was like 11. I remember seeing that day. I can tell you exactly how that day went. And then from that point forward, it was like, single parent income, and my dad was out of state, and we had nothing. And it was a struggle. And when I decided when I turned 18 that I was never going to live that way ever again. And still to this day, that's why I strive as hard as I do, because I know my mom did the best she could, but she wasn't able to give us what she wanted personally.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I do what I do for my kids.
So my kids wear my shit.
My daughters steal my shirts.
Yeah, I don't have. I do have some sweatshirts that I have to hide because they wear them.
Yeah, they don't take my hoodies or shirts.
No, they take my sweatshirt. But my hoodies are. I have a YMCA hoodie. I've got a Raiders hoodie, 2 Raiders hoodies. Some Walmart gray ones. Like I don't care. I don't care. Like socks. I mean, sometimes you're lucky. I even have the same fucking brand of socks on.
Dude, I'm telling you, yeah.
So it's the same. What was you smoking, brother? What'd you have?
Last Black Label Bishop.
Oh, okay. Well, full body, medium. What'd you have?
Always full body.
Really? Damn, you're fucking better than me. Normal smoker all the time?
Probably 5 times a week.
Okay.
Damn, so you're in it then. You're in it then. So you're used to that. Okay, yeah.
I used to come here almost every day, and then I moved on when I was out of town. But I used to come here before they even had this room.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, and they only had that room. This was closed off to just employees, but they never had these chairs. It was just like where they stored stuff, or the old man. I don't know if he passed away.
This is my first time here.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
So
old,
this
you
is
talking about the old guy with the beard?
So the owner, the guy with the ponytail.
Yeah.
His dad.
Oh, so his dad. I never met his dad. I met him though.
Yeah.
He reminds me of an old school Vietnam vet. That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah, they talk to me like I'm family because ever since like 2012 I've been coming here.
Okay.
Nice. Are you a dad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
Nice.
Yeah.
How old?
20, 14, and 7.
How old are you?
48.
No fucking way. Really?
I would.
God damn, bro, you look good.
Thanks.
No homo. You look. I mean, I would have guessed maybe late 30s. Yeah, best. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the story of my life. Every day.
Nice. Yeah, we're recording a podcast, Smoke Rings and Dad Things. We talk about cigars and dad shit.
Even steroids on that?
Yeah. It's everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. There's no filter. Talk about it.
You got a channel?
This is so. Funny thing is,
This is hilarious.
this is the funniest shit ever. So I was at the gym last week, and one of those shitty days in the gym, everybody usually has them. So I was like, hey, I would like to start this podcast. So I got in between sets, I'm just going, And so I posted, I was like, all right, I think I'm going to do this. And so he hits me up, I was like, hey, we haven't had a cigar in a while. Let's go to the wharf. I've never been here. So this is episode 2. I've not even recorded episode 1 yet because I just started it last week.
Oh, okay.
So I will. But it's pretty much just dad stuff, man. Cigars, pipes,
Yeah.
and dad life, what sucks, and the struggles of finding your piece of coming here by
Yeah.
yourself and enjoying a nice cigar. So
Yeah.
it's
I think I've been going through that lately too.
so the 5%. I know who that is. I met him, Rich Piana, first bodybuilder I ever met. Huge as fuck. Met him at the Arnold Classic. If you've never been, Arnold is like Walmart on the first of the month. It's asshole to elbow. There's everybody there. And the first one I ever met was Rich Piana. And looking at him, if you've never seen him, you look like he's a huge asshole. The nicest guy you would have met. He died a couple of years ago. But he would stay. I met him on a Friday, and there was I think I waited 10 minutes. Met him, Marty Ford. Marty Ford's huge as fuck. They're super cool. let you sit on the couch, talk to him, hung out,
That's cool.
ask him questions, and he would stay. They would have to kick him out because he stayed there too long.
Oh damn.
And the funny thing about those guys is a lot of them are super chill. I met Victor Martinez. I met who else I met? Juju Mufu. You know who he is? He's a huge guy. He does a lot of weird, like crazy shit with these weights and stuff. And I like them. It's a fun place to go to see. We watched last year. We watched them do the competition. And these guys are out there loading up the squat bar, starting out like 700.
Jesus Christ.
You know, and it goes up. You take your turn, so it's getting up to like 895. And they have this dude come out, and they call him the world's strongest gay. He comes out in a mohawk, rainbow, 895, bounces twice. It's fucking nothing, dude. Nothing. And I was like, shit. I seen a guy that was paralyzed. They strapped him to the bench. He 365 for like 7.
Get the
Yes.
fuck out of here.
I mean, they put a belt on him and held him down to the bench. He just ripped it out.
That's amazing.
So you should go. It's a fun thing. And they don't, pre-COVID, they had like wrestling tryouts like WWE. I remember one year they had like Triple H and all them. They had a ring in one corner and you try them out and stuff. And so they have lightsaber tournaments. They have rowing, fencing. They have all this shit for like a whole week there. But it's just, there's 30% bodybuilders and like 70% of just regular people that come.
Just
It's
elbows.
just,
Yeah.
most of it is spectators.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
When
yeah.
I say spectators, you got people who lift regularly, you know,
Yeah.
as a lifestyle, and then you got people who don't lift, who just goes to see, you know, the bodybuilders. You
Okay.
could tell they don't lift. They don't lift at all,
Yeah.
or they just pose it as they're really not. Because yeah, you look at them and like, do you work out? You're like, it's, you know, you could tell someone on the degree on how intense they are with, you know, that lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's definitely a dedication for sure.
Yeah, I can do like 2 weeks of like meal prep, and I'm like, I just can't do it. I can't. You can only eat so much chicken and rice before you're like, yeah, I can't do
Oh
it.
no, man! There's so much more out there than chicken and rice, but
Well-
I've been doing it for the last 13 years, like that.
Yeah.
I worked out all my life, but I never meal prepped until like 2013.
Yeah.
you find benefits in it.
Yeah, when I first started, I got a lot of benefits. I saw my body change real quick.
Really?
Yeah, and then I would say like I go in spurts where I'm like super strict, and then there'll be some weeks where I'll be like 5 days on, or I'll have way too many cheat meals. But I'm not a bodybuilder. I just do it for health reason and anti-aging. You know, and, you know, like you said,
It's your
like,
outlet.
yeah, and mental health, and you know, and like everybody. I mean, I'm a general manager at Advance, and I get that response at least 3 times a day.
So it's just normal to you.
Yeah, I get it all the time. Yeah, it's, you know.
So when you said that you changed dramatically, your body changed on the meal prep, is it just because of the portion sizes, or is it the quality of the food?
No, before I would just eat like things that I felt was healthy, like apple, yogurt, turkey sandwiches, chicken rice here, just not planned out. Now I pre-cook, you know, and I portion out my meals every day, you know, and I eat my 6 eggs, oatmeal every morning, and stuff like that, you know. But when at the height where I was real strict, I used to eat 24 eggs a day, you know, 12 in the morning, 12 at night, and you know, lift insane heavy weight, but not like powerlifting. Just, you know, it was just at my height where shoulder pressing 275 for reps, and
Okay.
doing bench 3-4 plates, you know, working out with it. Now I won't even touch that, you know, because joints and just 2 injuries. You know, I had 2 pec tears, and I had my Achilles rupture.
Jeez.
It's not worth it.
I've had the I didn't tear it, but I was warming up for 450 one day at 385, and I popped my shoulder, and I was like, yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
It wasn't ego lifting. It was just a really. I'd lost like 15 pounds and didn't know it, and it just popped. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And I was hoping I woke up the next morning. I had the nice little fun little bruise to show everybody I had a red spot.
Yeah.
I just couldn't touch my ass for like 4 days because my arm hurt so bad. Yeah.
Eventually you're gonna get injured no matter what.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
You're gonna look like Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Do you know who Ronnie Coleman
yeah,
is?
I know who
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman is.
Yeah. Now he's
all
around, he's on
hunched
motor
over,
chair.
walking around.
Yeah, but he wouldn't change it. That guy.
Oh, that dude loved.
He's ingrained in bodybuilding history.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
No matter what, he gets respect.
And you'll hear him and CT Fletcher. He's another, obviously, CT Fletcher's a real. I did his Armageddon workout, and it's fucking rough, dude. Like, you get 5 different weights, and you do like 5 different sets, different types of curls, and you do so many sets, and you go down, and then you go back up.
Shit.
And then they do the arm one where you do skull crushers, same way. So they're doing 45s and 50s. You can't do that. Like, if you're not into that, you can't do it. And it's but it's that's the only thing he does. They do like 100 push-ups or curls to get warmed up, and then they go straight into that.
Yeah.
And it's a good workout, but if you're not ready for it, it's a fucking killer, dude. But I learned a lot of fun little variations through CT Fletcher. So I take a rope on a preacher curl machine and use it as hammer curl machine. And so it's pretty good. So you should get into it.
Oh, well, that's the reason I asked about the meal prep is because that's this winter, man, or this fall winter. Like, I'm going to dedicate my time to getting myself into better health and a better fitness, because working, as many hours as I do every damn day, it's you give more time to that, not to yourself. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to recapture that.
You just go to the grocery store and you buy the same thing every time, and you eat the same meals every day, and then you can, have a one-off meal or whatever it may be here and there.
So I'm going to ask you a question. I know you probably had body dysmorphia. Have you had it before?
I have it every day.
Told you. It fucking sucks, dude.
Like,
once you see the changes,
yeah, I think
sucks.
I'm constantly.
Oh, we're just doing a podcast, man. You your dad?
Do what?
Your dad? Kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was going to walk out, and I asked him a question, and he sat down and hung out with us for a second. Yeah, we're about done. But yeah.
So you said a one-off meal?
Yeah, like, because you
Pizza,
you just have to do it for your
mental stability?
Yeah. So,
That cheeseburger, you're like, I'm going to need that cheeseburger.
Yeah, so you have to, especially if you're not doing it professionally, I've gotten a lot of offers from local coaches or supplement shops to do shows and stuff, and I mean, I started one time and I was like, I can't do this, because he got me over 300 pounds, and he's like, his name's Monty, I forget his, 3 something, 3M, I don't know, he's in Miamisburg, but he was like, man, I want you on stage, because 6'4", and I was over 300 pounds, like, you guys are insane,
Come on,
yeah, 6'4".
Oh, absolutely.
But I was like, no, it was too unhealthy. Like,
Yeah. That big, it's hard to eat that
yeah,
much,
bending over, tying your shoes, just normal daily stuff,
It was a struggle.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What are you running now, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm going to
Actually,
guess. I'm going to say probably 270, 275. Probably about 240.
I don't know.
That's good.
I used to weigh in all the time. The last time I weighed in was probably April.
Okay.
But I would say I usually range from 250, 240.
Okay.
That's close, yeah.
So I run right now with nothing, obviously. Like, I do throw the weights here and there, but right now I run like 190. My goal, what I want to get to, is roughly right around like 225. I want to bulk up as well.
Yeah, I don't want to. I got body dysmorphia. I was thinking that I should be smaller, or and people think, and also people, I don't think I'm big, but man, you're huge. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
But it's just because you have to constantly want better for yourself.
Absolutely.
If you get, You always want to get better.
Never be afraid to fail. Arnold said that. So like I don't care to fail. I've had 415 pin me to the fucking bench a lot. So you know, I got into the mindset where when I was benching, I didn't. If I knew you could, like, if you were in the gym spot me, I would get somebody has a $130. Because in my mind, I know you can't deadlift off of me, so I have to get it off. There's no shot. That was my mindset. I would never let somebody his size spot me, unless he's on me. I would get somebody significantly smaller. They would look at me. I'm like, dude, I'm not making fun of you. It's in my mind. I know you can't get this off of me, so I have to get it.
I gotcha.
Now I'm like, if I can't get this, I want you to do the 2-finger method, which is I just want you to just tap it. If you jerk it off of me, I'll probably fucking fist fight you. I don't like that. I want you to just tap it. You know. Now if I'm obviously struggling, go ahead. But like if I'm going up and I'm starting to slow down, just, you know, and I'm like, all right, go ahead. But if you touch it, I'm gonna punch you in the sack. Yeah, I cannot stand that. Yeah, and so I don't ask people for a spot. Now I don't really worry about a spot. I'm just like, just stand there, look good. If I struggle, that's fine. I just want you to stand there in case. So yeah, no. On a good day for me, 315 for 3 is what I'll go for. That's a very good day. Adderalled up, I'm fine. Got my C4 drink and I'm ready to go. Yeah. Full scoop pre-workout now would probably throw me in a whirlwind. Yeah. So if you've never took it,
I've took pre-workout before.
oh yeah,
That shit fucking is like cocaine, man.
yeah, it's ears tingling and all that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
Man.
Yeah, you guys have a good
You
night.
too,
You too,
brother.
man.
So.
David?
Yeah, no, man. I know they're closing up. I know Suzanne's probably like, "Where are you at?"
Yeah, she says she's going to bed. So.
Damn. Oh, she got work tomorrow. Oh, that sucks. All right. Appreciate you hanging out with me.
Absolutely,
I
brother.
appreciate you. We'll do this again. Let me know. I need to come back. I want to come back, but I don't want to come back because I know what'll happen.
You gonna spend some money?
Yeah, I don't want to. So, especially now they have like all the pipe flavors. I'm gonna go get me some mason jars and like get me some stuff. Yeah, pack them. Yeah, and get me. They got the little shot ones at Walmart.
Okay.
I'll get me
Stuff
some-
those full?
Yeah, give me some of that. So,
Awesome.
all right, man. I'll let you go. I'm gonna wrap up too.
Yeah.
I know Chris has texted me a few times.
Yeah,
"Hey,
you're
where
probably
you at?"
like, "What's going
so,
on?"
yeah, appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna run like the wind bullseye. Go home, get some food.
Yeah, I got a 45-minute drive back home, so
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it home till about 9 o'clock.
no. I'm supposed to go to Walmart.
Yeah, I was supposed to grab a lasagna too. So.
Oh man, it happens. Oh well.
Oh, this was a great time though, man. I enjoyed it.
Yep, we'll go out and
Absolutely.
we can go to the Leaf or we can go to the Hoagies or whatever.
Just let me know.
I mean,
Everyone, brother. You too, man. Oh, I gotta go. Phew.
yeah, I'm
What
about
are you
to get
sipping on
that.
over there, man?
Oh, just scotch.
Scotch.
Damn. Funny story. I was watching people on movies sip scotch, and so I was like, I had my dad bought me a bottle of Johnny Walker Black when I was like 21.
Thought you was gonna drink it, huh?
Yeah, no, I took like a half a sip. I was like, I can't. That's not. You sip on it. There's no like. You're sipping on it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is like Glenlivet 12-year double oak. So it's single malt. It's actually really smooth.
Is it nice? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not that sophisticated. I went on a cruise in high school and drank a lot, so I had withdrawals that week when I came back, and so now I'm Long Island's Jack and Coke and
I hate Jack.
Jack
I
Honey.
can't do Jack anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I
hate
drank
Jack.
too much of that shit when I was younger.
Right.
I hate Jack.
All right, guys,
Yeah,
we're
I
done. I
give me
appreciate you
headaches.
guys hanging out. We'll do the next episode. See ya. Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I can't.